And
They
you
all
see her
suffered from the ambush.
burst into tears.
Great way of putting it.
I'm sorry. I'm in a little bit of shock here. I almost was dead too.
Fair.
In fact, oh, I can only imagine if I had to retreat back here while you were still startled. Had to find one of them just down the hallway. Whew. Well, you can go ahead and keep the cabin and just relax for now. And we'll be on the way to Altdorf soon.
And she's still just in tears, in shock over what just happened. And
I'll glean out the cabin, wave over Lady Typhane to handle this girl to girl for a little bit. While I go ransack the other cabins.
Yeah, and that's about pretty much all you find. But it's a pretty good haul, all things considered.
Oh, most certainly. There is that rowboat, though. He looks like he's wearing mail or plate even.
Nah, he's not. He was just a fisherman.
Okay, so if he just looks like that from a distance, I don't think Garrett's even gonna get off the boat for it.
That's just a token that
Yeah.
I threw out there. It's not
If the rowboat looks in any good condition, we can just haul it to the side of this one too, the one I sold Joseph.
Uh-huh. And in Discord, I put how this boat looks from a different picture. So the map of the Bear Belly is actually pretty good.
So should we
nice.
Should we bury them here, or see about bringing them to a proper burial ground further upstream or downstream?
I say let's not waste time out here in Beast Country right now. Let's just get to Altdorf and we can settle matters there.
Fair enough. Or
find a tarp though. Put it over them while they're here. I imagine they're gonna smell soon.
Or well, we still got the stop in Weisbrook, so we may be able to offload them there.
True enough. I suppose it'd be worth figuring out what Renee's association with these four were. These five.
I would assume.
Best friend, but if she has any claim to the boat, then it could be problematic if we want to just sell everything off for cash.
This is true.
So, I'm sure she'll calm down eventually. Typhane has a way with words.
She does. She eventually calms down.
Yeah, cue back to flashback of I demand satisfaction.
Yes. How dare you? Okay, so you guys eventually get underway. And because do any of you have sail?
Definitely
No.
not.
That's in advance. Okay.
I don't think any of us, being a class that works on the rivers, would have a pertinent skill unless Wolf has something.
Right. Honestly, I'm hoping for the child and Joseph's wife to help us out here.
Yeah, they're going to sail it down, and you eventually arrive in Weisbrook. And on the other side of the river, you can see the beginning of the canal that goes down to Altdorf. And as you're back in Weisbrook, you can see some signs, wanted signs. They're looking for a slayer, an elf, in the death of 2 mobiles in Altdorf. And they do kind of look like you, kind of, but it would take a really good roll for somebody to put 2 and 2 together.
Oh my god, they look like a dwarf and Typhane.
I don't know. I've never heard of a slayer before. There's definitely no slayers around here. We definitely can't be that group. No, not at all. Definitely.
But it's just signs sticking around, and it looks like they've been there for a little while. The
It's
elements
been
have
about a
gotten to
week
them.
or two.
Yeah, It's been over a week or two. So you arrive in Wiesbrook. Do I have a map of Wiesbrook? Did we just do the?
I think we just kind of passed by it before. So
There's a handout. It's under enemy within Wiesbrook under maps.
or was this the
Eh.
one where we? No. This is the one where we had the boat fire. That's right.
Yeah, this is where you had the boat fire and you ran
Yep.
into the bounty hunter.
Icebrook,
as-
literally White River, or, well, right, White Brook, but anyways.
So right behind the Bear Belly, you dock. Is this ship have a name? Or do you name it? Go look.
The ship's name is the ship. Everybody get back to the ship.
Well, no, I mean, we gotta have an even cast. We have the ship, but now we need the shipette.
Well, we have 2 ships.
And we can ship them together.
I'd ship it.
I don't care. I refuse to ship it.
Keep it good.
Now, the watch come out. Joseph goes and gets the watch and brings them over. And you guys, the watch takes the heads of the bodies and they start offloading the dead human, as well as the heads of the beastmen. You get 5 shillings per head. How many heads did you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6.
7, 8, with 8 if we include the archers.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, the archers were moved over. So yeah, 6.
Yeah, okay, 6. So 30 shilling. Add that to the party pool.
Okay, adding it.
They take the bodies off and they start writing down documentation that makes you guys the owner of this boat. Anyone
Yay!
else says, what do you want to call it?
Hang on, give me a second.
Bodie McBoatface.
Cease your noises.
Sigmar's dinghy.
How about the Gaston?
Yes, after our late companion who unfortunately drowned. I was thinking maybe something to do with beasts and killing them, since we did fight them off for it.
What if somebody named it after your good friend Duroc? Not a...
Yeah,
The
Sure,
victorious.
let's call it the Duroc's Revenge.
Duroc. The Duroc or the, yeah, whatever. Anyway, you guys
Duroc's Revenge. I like this.
think of, okay, so that's the name that's going to get registered. And you guys are listed, all of you are listed as owners. So name, and they provide a description of how you look.
Well, we'll definitely need to learn how to sail now.
He says it'll take 5 gold crowns if you want to get a merchant's license. It's a yearly fee. Otherwise, you're not legally allowed to sell the contents of those crates. A merchant will not buy them from you. You'll have to fence them.
I suppose we could at least give at least a chunk of those to Renata, since I imagine she's probably not in the best situation right now.
That's awfully true. We could also offload these onto Joseph, since he's a valid merchant and he could resell them.
Yeah.
Additionally, this could also possibly fund our companion's mechanical leg, since everyone's been so
true.
excited about that.
This
I
is
want to see
true.
it. So, if we get the merchant's license, we can go ahead and sell off the cloth. The cloth will more than certainly pay for the leg, and then we can also sell off anything else we get in the future. So, Garrett will go ahead and put 5 gold from the pot towards having the merchant license.
Okay. And that'll be done. Best place to do that's Altdorf.
Okay. So I'm going to mark that down right now and assume it's done later, if that's okay.
All right. sounds good. Now, you guys at this point, the typical costs for living come into play. Meal in Wiesbrook is shilling. For an average meal, 2 shillings for good and 6 pence for bad.
Okay. I'll pop a shilling, and we got our own boat to stay on now too,
Yeah,
so that's
so
also
you don't have to worry about those sort of.
Quick question about the coats and coifs. Does anyone want to lay claim to them at all?
I got a coat. Wait, chainmail queef, that's head armor, right?
Head.
Correct.
Let me see if I might want.
And
I'll
guys,
definitely take a coif initially and
don't
see what's
forget
left.
encumbrance. Take a look at the encumbrance of these things.
Right, yeah, I think I'll do without, since I'm actually pretty weighed down with all my armor and stuff as it is.
Under armor is an encumbrance ENC section, as well as there's an ENC section for your clothes, for inventory, and there's also encumbrance for weapons. And all these things cost. Now, if you're wearing armor, subtract 1 from the encumbrance, whatever's listed. So if you're wearing clothes, the encumbrance goes to 0. Leather is 0. But mail and plate start adding up pretty quickly. And you want to look under the inventory section to see if you're overburdened. It will show you your carrying max and how much you're carrying. And if you're over your carrying max, then that'll create your movement goes down and your ability to dodge or agility based tests go down.
I will skip the coif. I'd rather have an open helm at this point.
Oh, you have an open
Besides,
helm?
there is a perception penalty for most closed head armor.
Also, there is an armor section, armor qualities in the lower right corner. Add in all your armor qualities like weak points or open helm. Partial is the quality associated with it. And that way it'll show up on the dice rolls and help me remember if something happens. When you're wearing a partial helm, it only protects you 50% of the time. Only a full helm protects you all the time.
Well, let me take a quick look at Outlaw.
Okay. Now, so it's go ahead. It's a 2-day journey down the Wiesbrook Canal. However, there is a 5 shilling toll along the way. You go through 5 gates all the way through. Let me count it up. So grand total is 2 shillings for everybody for food. And how many locks are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 locks that you have to go through, and you have to pay a shilling fee at each lock.
So 6 shillings, I'll pay that.
And then everybody pays 2 shillings for food. And you spend the night at the Golden Harp in, I can never pronounce this, Schleierbold.
So you said that you paid for everyone's passage right there?
Yes, I am still rolling in coin for the moment.
Yeah, I understand the feeling there. All right. Very generous of you. Bonus plus toughness.
You say we had to stay here for the night or something like that?
No, you spend a night in Schlaffelbild. You spent a night in Wiesbrook. And in the morning, you guys left down the Wiesbrook Canal. You spent a night in Schlaffelbild. And by the late afternoon, you arrive at
Arrive in
Altdorf.
Altdorf. Okay, sorry. You kind of either cut off or you still stop talking.
Oh, am I still cutting off?
No, I mean you cut off at the, like you said, alt, and then just stopped talking.
Oh, okay, Altdorf. And you guys come in from the north part over here at the collection of the River Talebek and River Reich at the confluence. And You guys eventually dock. It's another shilling dock fee.
Again, I will cover.
I don't know if it matters, but I am starved for the day.
You're what?
Starved. I am starved for the day. I have not eaten.
I will give you 2 shillings.
And as you guys arrive, what do you want to do? It's just before everything closes, so you're going to want to get a license here.
Yep, gonna go get the license, and I'll sell off the cloth that we have right now.
Okay, so you're going to go try to find a merchant to sell. You have to get the license first, so you'll get that in the morning. So
Okay.
morning comes, another 2 shillings each for food.
At the
For what?
nighttime,
2
I'm
shillings?
going to approach Garrett
Mhm.
and say, "Thank you very much for the ride that you've given me. I have family here in Altdorf. I think I will go attend to them."
Alright. Well, I'm glad we had you along for the trip. If you need to go anywhere, we might be heading upwards towards, I think, Nuln next.
Correct.
I'm sorry, where was that?
Nuln. It's up in the north.
Ah, yes, I'm very familiar with the town of which you just spoke of, that I already knew the name of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And, well, the ride was, free this time, but might have to charge you if we're gonna go that way.
Of course, it was
In
very
short-
kind of you to have rescued me from the shores of whatever river that was that we were on.
Alright. So I suppose for now we'll part ways.
Yes, I'll give you like a deep bow, and then I will hawk in a random direction.
Yeah.
Okay. At this point, we're going to take care of a few things. Everyone got their PDF? What I want you to do is to go to page 193 and start looking through endeavors.
Yeah.
What's going to happen here? We'll just speed things up. In the morning comes, you go pay 5 gold crowns for a
Mhm.
merchant's license at the Merchant's Guild. And somewhere in this whole mess is the Merchant's Guild. Get where? No clue. Yeah, up here. I knew it. Up there's the Merchant's Guild.
Aha.
And,
Is it
and
Endeavors on page 195?
yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
And what's going to happen here is you get your Merchant's Guild, and now you find a merchant. So go ahead and make a gossip, Garrett, and then make a haggle.
Okay. Gossip is what I'm best at. I think I could probably even switch up the numbers on this
Yeah,
and
you
such like
can.
that.
But
Let's take a look
yeah,
at my talents.
you eventually, yeah, you get a +1 success level because of your something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have Gregarious, Carouser,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Blather.
Yeah, exactly. So you find a merchant, go ahead and make a haggle.
Okay, I have 1 point in evaluate, but oh, here we go. Haggle. Haggle's a normal skill. I got plenty of that.
Just have a quick question, Vic. All these
Huh?
tokens that are off on the left-hand side of the map, are we supposed to be able to see those?
Oh, my bad.
Alright, just want to let you know.
That was from an old game.
Okay.
These people aren't really here.
Now they completed this whole campaign. It took a year.
So I just wanted to be sure.
Yeah.
Come on, PDF. Freaking load already.
Anything else? Do I have any other hidden token? No, we're good. All right. And Garrett, let me oppose that.
Alright.
Yeah. He'll give you 21 gold crowns for the lot, the wool.
Okay. I will go ahead and accept that. So that is going to be 21 gold crowns in the pot for the group.
Renate thanks you all very much for bringing her this far, and she goes, leaves you to visit.
Alright.
She was coming to Altdorf anyway
Oh,
for her
best
own
of luck
business.
while you're in the city then.
And now we look at endeavors. Now they do money to burn. Basically, all your money goes away. I don't do it that way. first of all, elf.
Yay!
Dor, you're an elf, right? And so is Lady Tefane.
Yep.
You're going to lose 1 week worth of endeavors because you're an elf. It's called elf improvement. Elves, even those resident within the borders of the empire, do not consider themselves citizens of the empire. And therefore, they want to spend time with other elves, and they call it elf esteem.
Yes.
And all between adventures, all elven characters must undertake one endeavor maintaining contact with their own kind, so you basically don't go nuts. All right. Now, in the morning also, and do you make contact with the Imperial group? You were tasked with coming down here and meeting with Count Waffen, Siegfried von Waffen. Do you want to take care of that now?
I want to get my
Um,
license.
Yeah, let's take care of our business first, and then take care of the Emperor's business.
Okay. It costs 5 gold crowns for a wizard's license for a year.
So I just walk in, hand them 5 gold crown, walk out with a license.
Yes, you do. Pretty much simple as that. The actual towers are listed, all the various Tower of the Amber Order. There's the Bright College right here. Somewhere in here is the Temple, the Shadow, but I don't know where it is. You can look if you find it. Let me know. College of Noble Sorcery. Anyway, so 5 gold crowns. You now are a licensed wizard. Now, did you want to openly talk about your character, or did you want to go to private? Theta?
I mean, if I speak vaguely, is that fine with you just to do it here?
We got to get specific.
Oh,
So it's kind
okay.
of up to you. Yeah.
Alright, sure. Can we drag you somewhere?
Yeah. And while that's happening, look at what you want to do. You can make income. You can learn talents outside of your career. You can improve your characteristics outside of your career. And that is called training, right?
Yes.
Or unusual learning.
Or
for
unusual
careers.
learning. You can do income to make money. You can do, and if you're, if none of that, you can do combat training, which gives you an extra reroll, one-time reroll.
Always fun. Quick
You can
question
work
about
on your
training.
reputation. You can research. There's all sorts of stuff. Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see. So if I choose training, would I have to choose training for each individual choice, or to train it all for that endeavor?
That's a good question. If typically it's 1 week per skill that you want to bump up.
Okay.
How,
Well, I'm looking
how
at
many?
doing +1 to 2 separate characteristics. So
You
that
should be
might take up 2 endeavors right there, if that's the case.
Yeah, that would be 2 endeavors.
Okay.
How many
so-
endeavors do we have?
Well, that'll occur when you meet after you meet with the this Count Waffen.
You ready to get abducted, Vic?
Yeah, you guys think about that. Yeah, let's go ahead. Move me down.
Or up! Alright.
Okay, so you're playing a witch.
Yep.
And you know that if you channel, it's an automatic corruption point. And also, if you don't have ingredients, it's an automatic miscast. if you channel.
Only if I use witch's spells, which I don't have yet.
Right. As long, yeah. Well, if you use any of the witch lore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, which I don't have
Yeah.
yet.
Right. If you are just doing petty, you're fine. Okay, no
Yep.
rolls. But the reason why is witches are incredibly powerful. They create bleeding is their condition. And bleeding is basically a nuclear time bomb. You can take out the whole field. It's just a matter of time. As every round, they take a wound until they hit 0, and then they automatically go unconscious. So the limit to the witch is they don't want you channeling. So you have to usually just cast without channeling. And overcasting occurs above the CN number. So if your CN is 4 for a blast, for example, only if you roll better than a 4 can you start overcasting. But the way that you get your ingredients is you go outside. They're not ingredients you can typically buy because they have to be harvested from live animals, which is kind of gross.
I mean, it's why the picture is what it is.
Right. And you do an outdoor survival skill, and every SL, and once per day, and that's Food and Herbs, page 127. Let me go look at that. And what we'll do, they kind of glossed over ingredients in the rules.
Well, I'm still a ways away from witch's lore anyway.
Right. Hunting and foraging make 1 assisted survival. Lore herbalism. So you're going to be doing, I think you have lore herbalism, I believe.
No, I don't. No, I don't think so. I mean, like I said, I'm a ways away from this.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to let you know that what you're going to want to do is you want to start going out of town and into the forests, and you're going to be making an outdoor survival test to try to find ingredients so that you can, if you do have to channel, you can.
Right, but you're saying in the way of stockpiling stuff, but I have other plans, as you already know.
Yeah, but I'm just, yeah, exactly.
No, I already know. I've read this stuff already because I do my forage research.
So you're good to go there. All right, so you're going to need to tell me, for example, if you are going to go out of town.
No, you know what I'm looking for. That's why I said if I could just be vague about it, because I know you know what I'm looking for. You could see my sheet.
Hold on. What are you?
Also, we talked about this. I know you've got other games. I know you've got other games.
Remind me.
Well, I said that I ultimately wanted to learn chaos magic, and you said I had to find a cultist who would then be able to teach me, which would be multiple endeavors. But if we've got at least one endeavor free up right now, I could go on the hunt for a cultist.
Actually, you're absolutely right. And that's, yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry. I totally forgot that you wanted to. I thought you said that in passing. I didn't realize you were serious.
Well, I did say that in passing. Doesn't mean it wasn't true. If I said, hey, I'm going to kill the president, and you'd be like, well, I just thought he was saying it in passing.
Yeah. True. So, yeah, you're going to do the chaos. Yeah, so you can use an endeavor to go try to find a chaos. You're going to want to use criminal. You have a criminal background, right? You get criminal.
I have the criminal talent, yes.
Yeah, you don't pay for that. So if you paid for that, give yourself 100 back. That's automatic.
Is it?
You actually pay to get it removed.
Okay. 800 then.
Yeah, so you have 100 extra. And you could pay 100 to remove it. It puts you at a big minus dealing with Johnny Law. All right, move us back up.
Oh, you don't want me to make the roll here?
We'll talk vaguely at this point.
Oh, okay. I'll move you back. Well, you can move yourself back. You just click the Warhammer channel.
Okay.
Just using his toughness to eat everything.
Okay.
Also, fun fact. I just finally checked the map, and Nuln is actually not in the north. It is to the southeast.
It is to the southeast, actually.
Southeast in Wissenland, so that would actually put it surprisingly close to Sylvania.
No, it's ways away from Sylvania.
Oh, right, yeah, Sylvania is actually a bit further.
You have Averland and Stirland in between Wissenland and Sylvania.
Right. Yeah. No, what it's close to is the Blood Keep.
Yeah.
So not much better, but still.
Okay. So Garrett, are you going to? Well, first of all, here's what happens after you're here for a few days on your own business. Eventually, a imperial scribe with 2 imperial soldiers approaches your boat and says, yes, we've gotten word that this boat was found on the river and registered to you. We have found out that we've gotten word from Bogenhofen, and we are expecting a visit. And you can see he looks a little perturbed, much sooner than this. And so, do you guys all want to go? Or who wants to go into the Imperial Palace?
I'm going to go ahead and guess Wolf is not going, but I will.
I walked away from you guys on day 1.
Yeah, I'll definitely go.
I'll go.
Okay. And you
I'll
guys
go.
walk into the Imperial Palace along with the scribe, and he leads you. It's a very imposing castle fortress inside the city, and it's impeccably, everything's white marble, various other things. And as you guys eventually are taken through a number of rooms and corridors and whatnot, and you are brought before Count Siegfried von Waffen, who is a counselor to the emperor. And he says, yes, been looking at the notes here. You guys helped save Bogenhofen. Word came down that there's another note, and everybody open up the Atelka Herzon note again. That's under Shadows over Bogenhofen handout.
Should be a way that you should force us all to be able to open it.
Yep. But I got it open again, and I remember mostly what it says.
Yeah.
I just mean so I don't have to take the focus away from the die roller thing, the chat screen. If you could just force it open.
Force what open?
The handout.
Oh, it's open.
It's not open.
I've got it open on mine. What do I do?
I don't know. Griff, what does he do?
There's a button, show to players, in the top right.
It's all right.
There we go. Now it's open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see? Anyway.
There we go. It's a tough read. It really is.
But I recall the basics of it was, hey, we're out here in Nuln, and we're so happy to have helped you. Man, you got good really fast. I hope you succeed. And then, of course, it has some signed name of Etelka Helgen, I think?
Hergzen. Telka Hergzen. That's actually AZ, which is weird. But it's not actually known. Black Peaks, Grisdenwald. Grisdenwald is the next major town just before Nuln.
Ah, there we go.
Yep. And what is the name of that river?
The Reich.
Oh, that is, the River Reich. Okay.
Yeah. And he says, yes, we'd like for you and your friends to find her, bring her back. You will be handsomely rewarded if you do.
Alive?
Alive or dead. Alive is better. We'll be able to get potentially information about more chaos cults, but dead if necessary.
I can only promise to do my best. You say handsomely rewarded. Could we specify those?
Yes, bring her back. Alive, she's worth 50 gold crowns. Dead, she's worth 25.
Garrett will briefly flash back to, like, the note that drew him in the first place. The one that says, like, hey, we want adventurers for, like, 20 gold crowns.
What was that?
The Bold Adventurers handout.
Let me go find
that. Yeah, 20 gold crowns per person is assured. And here he's offering, like, 50. It's like, I think I can accept this job offer. What about you guys?
Agreed. The Grey Mountains expedition from Session 0.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And He says yes. Go when you want. You have as much time as you need. Sooner is better if you want to capture her. We have no idea where she is or what she may be doing right now.
I'll see. Well, I'll see how long my companions need. One of ours is needs a new leg. Is probably the best way that I could put that in a polite manner. So
All
we'll see
right.
about acquiring that.
Alberek, that's right.
Yes.
So the prosthetic is, if I remember right, it's like 20 gold crowns, right?
Yes.
The exotic one.
Yeah, the engineering model, which would remove all negatives. It will cost an encumbrance, but you'll be wearing it, so.
And they'll get rid of it.
Albrick, if you want to worry about the cost, I will pull 20 gold out of the group pocket, and it's paid for.
That's appreciated because I did not quite have enough. And
Yeah.
by quite, I mean I only had 4 gold crowns.
So essentially, we sold off a whole bunch of cotton to get you a new leg. Well, that's fair. We're not exactly going to become merchants here, I think.
So now all the negatives of that are removed. So your movement's back to 4, and you can dodge again.
And under the critical section on the core stats, I'll just put engineering marvel under effects, so I know I no longer have to.
Yeah, actually, and I'm trying to figure out if they put an encumbrance on there for a reason. I have a feeling it is an encumbrance. You get dinged 1 encumbrance point. For it's either a hook or an engineering marvel or a false leg. They wouldn't have put that above 0 unless there was a reason. I think. Or is it considered worn? Nah.
I would hope it's considered worn.
Yeah, it's worn.
There we go.
So if for any
That
reason
might just be since it's a leg and you have to haul it around while you're installing, or if it needs repair.
If it needs repair, then it costs you an encumbrance point. Okay, got it. Ha! Wow. Are those for real? That's amazing.
I mean,
that's what Albrecht is going to hear every day as he's going down the road.
And this is my ass-kicking leg.
Wow. That's cool.
You should see my ass-wiping arm.
Now, that one's broken. I need help now.
Remember, don't shake with that hand.
Now, who wants to do endeavors? Let's start for week 1 endeavors.
I've already specified what mine is going to be, which would be training initiative.
Uh-huh.
And I've even rolled the pennies it would cost.
And you doubled the XP cost?
No, I did not.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You got to double the XP cost. So you can put as much or as little into it as you want.
Yeah, there was just some little confusion about like doing the training thing to get it. Because I think I was hearing a little earlier to not double it when doing training, but I'll go ahead and double it. I saved.
Oh, it's always double. Yeah, it's always double.
It doesn't actually say that in the book. It says you pay the normal XP, but you also have to pay money for an instructor.
Tutoring and all advanced skills costs double that amount. Basic is normal amount, it says.
In which case, I will pay an extra 50 pennies.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, they're pennies.
Well, no, I'm talking XP cost, not penny cost. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I paid that too. Set it aside just for this purpose. Everything should be good for week 1 and 2.
And actually, it is somewhere. I've just got to find it. Where it says you as the GM can allow people to do unusual learning and everything else. And
that's on the same page.
What page is that?
199. Right hand side, the last paragraph on the page says unusual learning. Continues on to the next page.
Yeah. Unusual learning. Pick up a skill, blah, blah, blah.
The GM may require you to complete a consultant expert endeavor first.
Yeah, that would be for the unusual learning. These are basic skills and characteristics.
Yep.
So they're
That
just
is
normal stuff.
training, which is the top right of 199.
Yeah, no,
So I'm
there's
doing the simple stuff rather than the complicated stuff. Nobody's gonna
Yeah.
hassle me too much for this.
actually I haven't been playing that. There's another section somewhere in here if I can find it, where it says you can allow your characters to learn new things just automatic at double cost. I gotta find it. Huh. Anyway, while I'm looking for it,
So
but
my weak one is covered.
this first thing, that's the first time I read that you actually do roll, which makes it kind of a crapshoot. It's not automatic that you're going to learn a new talent. I've made it automatic and you just pay double XP.
Well, I mean, even then, if you consult an expert, consulting an expert is a roll too to find said expert.
Right.
So it's going to be a roll and then a roll. I spent 7 years learning how to read.
I've searched high and low for a master because I'm bad at talking to people.
After 20 years, I talked to a woman.
Does anyone want to do endeavors like make money?
I would.
Income?
Yes.
Okay. Here it is. Non-career advances. Characters will inevitably want to advance characteristics not in their careers. The GM feels it's appropriate, but it costs double. The GM might want you to find a teacher, otherwise play out this in unusual education. Non-career characteristic skill advances cost double the XP listed in characteristic skill. Normally, non-career talents may not be purchased, although training and unusual learning provide an opportunity. Okay, so I see how that works. So I was doing it halfway right. All right, so let's go back to income. So anyone else want to do endeavors, other skill-based endeavors, increase characteristics or skills outside of your career?
I would like to do that. I'd like to learn sail. What would be the specialization for the ship we're using? Barge?
Sail.
I
And
mean,
your
sail.
barge.
Yeah, sail barge.
River barge.
Okay, and let's see.
Okay, what's your career, Alberek? You're an outlaw? One of those is italics. That's the skill you use for income.
That would be intimidate.
So that's intimidate.
You go around robbing people here.
Okay. This endeavor covers many ways you can make money adventuring. Majority will be recognized professions. By indulging family, you should briefly narrate how your character intends to make money. This is more for fun background rather than direct consequence. Okay, go ahead.
I was just looking up the rules for criminal because that would.
Criminal, yeah, criminal actually comes in also, and that's under the talent. Let me go find that. But go ahead, make an intimidate to begin with. Tell me how you want to go about making money. You want to leave town? Do you have a horse?
Don't have a horse.
Did you have a horse? Okay, no?
Don't just be ambushing lone travelers, probably holding the sword in the wrong hand, hoping nobody notices you can't use it with that.
Right. What's your career level? Are you 1 or 2? Okay, so now, criminal talent.
My criminal level is 1.
Earning during play or performing or an income endeavor. Go ahead, make an intimidate now.
I got 2
and
success
you are
levels.
successful. You are successful. So roll a 1d10. That's 11 shillings.
Thank you.
All right. And the unusual learning does have a roll. Hard -20. If you succeed, you have learned. If not, you have failed. But you can try again with a future endeavor and gain a +10 modifier. I see how that works. Okay. So, anyone else want to do endeavors?
Of course.
I would recommend everyone go for money if they have nothing else.
Does everybody else already?
I was gonna do lore.
Lore's good.
There's banking, there's animal training, if you had an animal, consult an expert, crafting. What is lore? Research lore.
Did you do 2 weeks worth of sailing, Ivo?
I did 1 week, so haven't done my second yet, so still kind of balancing options.
Oh, and I just added 7 days to my broken arm pool.
How is that?
Well, you said after 35 days it's healed.
Yeah.
And I just took a 1 week endeavor to earn income, so.
Well,
Oh no,
Unless it was,
it's
less.
fine. That wouldn't stop it. No, that wouldn't stop it at all.
Wouldn't it be 2 weeks? You took 1 week to get the leg and then a second week to do the income?
Yeah, he just got to make sure his arm doesn't get dorked up.
No, I just mean for the count. 14 instead of 17.
Yeah,
I mean
14.
14 instead of 7.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, you're 14 days into getting fully healed.
Actually, it's 17 because we took a couple days to get there.
Yeah, 17.
Right,
16.
3 days. Got you.
Yeah, so, okay, lore research. Attempt an average lore test using the appropriate lore specialization. If you can attempt to learn something, it'll be difficult. Okay, if you succeed, you learn one piece of interesting, useful, or hidden knowledge about the subject being researched. Okay, what are you researching?
I actually wanted to ask you first, because it is a touchy subject.
You want me to drag you two into a private channel?
No, not
Okay.
between the party. I wanted to see if I might be able to find some leads or something like that using my magic lore and dealing with the cultists and bad.
I love how it cut out right on the expletive.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Did it? I heard it.
So you're trying to look for information on the cult of the Purple Hand?
Yeah, maybe find ways to, pick up their scent, kind of a thing, or something to warn us.
Sure. Go ahead and make a average lore +20.
Get some pointers from the local witch hunters.
Lore Reichland, I guess, is we can use
Well,
that.
I got magic, so that's what I was kind of going for.
Okay. The
Didn't
magic
say anyway.
probably, maybe.
Well, they're
lore
cult,
magic.
so
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that isn't the College of Magic associated with Lore of Shadows? Don't they actually involve themselves with cult hunting a bit?
Lore of Shadows, no more so than anyone else. You're really talking more the religious side. Sigmar definitely hunts cultists. If the first week doesn't buy you anything, you can search again, but this time do a lore Reich +20.
I don't have Reichland. I'm an elf.
Oh, that's right.
That's why I only have magic.
If you don't have the correct lore specialization,
Would you perhaps
make-
instead of that, you would like to see about getting a magic license?
He
got
already
one.
did. He already did.
Oh,
So he's good there.
Since that was just a walk in, walk out thing.
Make an intelligence test. Actually, it took all day, but yeah. Make an intelligence test. Oh, there's plenty of places for shields. This is the
Plus minus anything?
Right. I'll just pay
actually
basic price for
minus,
it.
yeah, -10. So just listed price. You can buy it. That's common. Yeah. Interesting. You've learned 4 pieces of information about the Purple Hand. What specifically were you looking for?
Ways to find them, like usually cults and stuff have, hidden signals and whatnot. So maybe something we can notice out in the open. That's mostly what I'm looking for. It's just ways to track them down easier.
Okay. You've through your studies, you found out that they always openly wear purple, something purple somewhere.
It's also something borrowed and something blue.
Yeah, and also you've learned that they may be already well along in some stage of mutation, being chaos cultists, of course. So you be on the lookout for something odd or off, or it could be a smell. It could be a bad odor, or it could be, like long pointed teeth.
Okay.
The vampiric, for example, can be a chaos mutation. They're not really a vampire. They start looking like one.
And any hierarchy or anything like that?
Oh yeah, there's a hierarchy, and that'll be the third piece. It goes all the way up to a grandmaster. And you've also learned that the cults often compete against one another. They're not friends. So these chaos cults are in competition, just like the chaos gods they represent are.
So, like, the Purple Hand is in contest of itself, or the Purple Hand is
Would
contesting with
be
others?
contesting with others, yes.
Okay.
And these contests can get violent. They will openly fight against one another if needed. All right, everyone else, now is the time to armor up
Well,
everything
hey,
that's.
I haven't taken any endeavors.
You want to take an endeavor?
Yeah, I was waiting for everybody else to finish before I said anything.
Yeah, go ahead, make a gossip check. I'm going to give you plus 20 on that.
Gossip, 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 gossip. And then be on the right page.
Uh-huh. Okay, yeah. So it takes you a little bit, but you do find rumors of someone you're looking for. And you're directed down dark alleys and back ways. And you are brought before. At this point, do you have any money?
I have 2 shillings. Also, I'm starving.
Okay, you have 2 shillings.
I did not eat for a day. Actually, I did not eat for a day. Garrett gave me 2 shillings to eat. I did not eat.
Okay, and you are led into a darkened, smoky house, and you meet the person that you're interested in meeting. And you learn what you wanted to learn. Spend the XP.
And that's all
And
2 weeks. Yep.
Yeah, that would be double XP cost, yes.
Is it double XP cost?
Yeah. That's off of what I read earlier. It's they don't non-career advances. GM feels it, but it costs double.
What page is that on again?
Characters will inevitably, that's on page 48. Characters will inevitably want to advance characteristics and skills not listed in their careers. That's fine if the GM feels is appropriate, but it costs double. And then non-career talents can be done under.
Okay, so we're using it as the GM fiat one instead of the Endeavor one.
Yeah, and the Endeavor one, I think they just put it in there to make sure you guys know you have an opportunity to do that. The training, it doesn't actually say specifically it's normal XP cost.
It does. It says per 100 XP costs. Oh, yeah, you're right, I guess. But that's just the measure.
Yeah, they just say the word normal XP cost. Normal can be anything. Normal, go back to page 48 for this. If it's outside of your career, is double. You could also increase your own skill, I guess. Yeah, it's bizarre. I think they just weren't very clear about it.
All right, so noted.
Such tutors. You're going to have to come up with 5 gold crowns for that.
Oh, on top of? Okay.
Yeah, that's what he's going to charge you to teach you.
Well then,
Yeah.
I guess this...
Time to start sucking up to one of the party members.
I just read this. Finding a tutor capable to instruct someone in prescribed matters or things that may be particularly dangerous. Such tutors are asked far more than the going rate for tutoring. Oh, unless you want to do a significant favor.
Well, actually, I was thinking if I could barter a certain something that I have with them.
He can ask you for a favor.
No, I mean, you know what I have. Can I trade?
Yeah. Yeah, he'll do that. He'll
Wait,
take it.
Which thing? The thing that The thing...
Message me in Discord.
Yeah, okay. Messaged.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay. That's what I figured, but... Alright, so done. Trade accepted.
Alright, so that's done. Now, anyone else? You want to buy anything? Now is the time.
Yeah.
I will actually, for my second endeavor, do another training.
I'll give you while you are here. I'll give you. Go ahead.
Actually, next that I'm just gonna do an income endeavor.
Yay money.
Yay money. I'm just gonna be muscle for. Just general muscle for someone who needs it. I don't actually have criminal.
What's your social status?
I'm at silver 1.
So, if you are successful, go ahead. Make a. What is your skill? What's the key skill for soldier?
I don't actually know.
Hold on.
One moment.
You actually do report into the Imperial Guard headquarters, which is located somewhere over here by the Imperial Palace. And you're given a pass, basically, to go on this adventure and find this cultist. The melee basic.
Actually, I'm a protagonist, so...
Oh, you're a protagonist. And what?
Yeah, I'm a protagonist, not a soldier.
There we go.
I'm not seeing on the career page where the key skill would be listed.
Right under the first one. Do you see in italics melee any?
Ah, yes.
That is your primary talent. So go ahead and roll it.
Then. Yeah, that's a good one to use.
2 shillings.
All right.
For 1 shoe at a time. Yes. Alberic is showing some serious war wounds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the hand weapons are all have the, well, let's roll. Let me just do some random rolling here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 of them are good shape. 1 of them is ugly. So that would really be 3 gold crowns and 10 shillings.
All right, so 10 shillings for that one.
Yeah, so 3 gold crowns, 10 shillings. The broken hand weapon is worth a shilling, basically, for the metal. 4 daggers. How much do daggers normally cost?
16 shillings.
Yeah, so that's correct. 64 shillings, 3 gold crowns, 4 shillings. You also had some armor. Did everybody take the armor or not?
There is a coif and my old shirt
Yeah.
and another coat in the general inventory right now.
Anyone
And
want to
I'm guessing that they're just kind of staying there for the moment.
Okay, you could just leave them there if you want.
So 2
Now,
gold crowns.
Count von Waffen will give you travel papers that enable you freedom of movement within the empire. He will give you a writ in which you do not have to pay imperial tolls, but you may have to pay city tolls. And you are given another writ that has a general description of, and they don't even know what a Telkeherzen looks like. So they make it incredibly vague. So you could theoretically bring back the wrong person and get paid.
We can arrest anyone we want. Do you hear that, guys?
Pretty much. And they
Where's that
purposely
Gaston guy?
Yeah. They purposely make them vague for that reason.
What'd you say about Gaston?
We
We're
can
gonna have
arrest
him
him.
arrested
You can arrest me.
and turn you in for the bounty.
I guess
What
to
bounty?
be fair, Gaston is dead.
No, sorry. Just to clarify once more, Gaston isn't the name of the guy who would be talked about in that picture or photo or whatever.
I know.
Okay, I'm just making sure you're saying Gaston, but you mean wolf.
Nope,
We're just
I mean
making fun a
Gaston.
little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Emanuel von Leibowitz.
Okay, well, I'm just saying your joke is confusing me. You couldn't arrest Gaston on anything.
We can make up something.
Oh yeah, but I mean, do you have the... I'm sorry, I was researching something, so you've caught me unawares by name-dropping my human alter ego.
Okay. And you find out that the affair with the 2 nobles that were killed, the people who did it were found and tried already. They pissed off the wrong group, and the protagonist didn't step in. Max Ernst didn't step in and help him because he was pissed off at them, and they got killed. And so you guys
I love how he just hates everyone so much. He accuses one group for a crime and then brings in 2 other people for the crime they committed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys, I'm going to go ahead and give you, because you can still do endeavors if you wish, I'm going to go ahead and give you the 100 XP. That's going to be the XP for this evening. I'll go ahead and write it in on Lady Tifane's sheet. She's still got a ton left. I'll do endeavors with her next week. During the week, I think I'll reach out to her and we can figure out her endeavors.
Would it be
Quick
possible to
question.
do?
What equipment does she have since you have her sheet open?
What equipment does she have?
Yeah, let's
She
just
is
armor.
a noble. She has, she has, how did she get all this lightweight stuff? Did she pay a buttload of money for that?
I know when I've been putting it on my sheet,
Huh?
I've been trying to compensate for the rule of it you're wearing it, it has less encumbrance.
Well, the less encumbrance, the way the rules work for the market is it costs 10 times the amount. So if you want like a lightweight
Well, no, like you
breastplate-
said, if you're just wearing it, if it's 1 encumbrance, it goes down
Oh, it's
by
one
1.
encumbrance down. Yeah. For
So, like, all the
example,
leather stuff technically is unencumbering if you're wearing it. But if
right.
you're hauling it, it's heavy.
But she's got the word lightweight in all of this, which I'm going to have
Mm.
to ask her what that means. Because, for example, a lightweight breastplate costs 100 gold crowns.
All right, but she doesn't have any mail on her right now.
She doesn't, actually. You're right.
Okay.
It's not checked, Warren. She's just got it all written in.
So she's up there for nomination for getting this stuff when she gets back.
Right.
Unless Dor wants it. I don't know if Dor's wearing anything.
She
or
needs
if
to.
that includes spell
can't.
casting.
He can't.
Yeah, I can't.
But
Yeah, that's a shame.
she needs to armor up big time.
Yeah, I've super armored up now, so I feel really happy.
Right. And all of you need to be armored up. It's the only way to stay alive. And shields are
yeah.
your friend. But remember, the only way you can use a shield is if you learn melee parry. Or you have ambidextrous. Otherwise, the
Really?
shield
It says
isn't as good.
basic.
It is, but you're using it in the offhand. The offhand is a minus 20 modifier. So whatever your weapon skill is, you put you just enter your weapon skill at 20 less. What removes shield, that offhand penalty, is melee parry. And so that would be a good endeavor.
I'm going to put in it's at -5, but it is still worth having.
It is.
There we
It
go.
gives you extra AP on your entire body. You guys do realize that, right? They went back to 1E rules on shields. If you have a shield, like a shield 2, it's 2 extra AP everywhere on your body.
Yep.
So -20 until I can parry.
Melee parry, which you can learn as an endeavor if you want.
Yep. So I'll hold the shield and then never use it, but get its armor bonus. Hooray.
Yeah.
Good enough for me.
Okay, so everyone, you guys marked up your XP by 100. So anyone else still want to do endeavors while you're here?
Well, I just asked you another question in private. Just toss me that back whenever you get a chance, so I can mark it down.
Right now, I think we're all sitting on 2 weeks of endeavors, unless we want to all spend a 3rd week here.
Huh. Let me make a roll here.
Yeah, I didn't want to decide myself when the story could decide that for me.
Ooh.
Targeted assassinations.
Oh.
Yeah. Now you can arrest Custom.
Oh, God.
For being a brilliant swimmer, that is.
Here it comes.
Ah, damn it. Alright, whatever, I'll take it.
But did you count the dotted I's on your swimming certificate? There's a hidden message in there.
Yes.
Now, they really didn't. Well, actually, I'm not going to say anything. I got to keep quiet here. Well, we'll chat later, Theta.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, boy. Do you want to? Actually, you can search for someone else.
No. Was
there one in particular, actually? Because you did make your roll. You could have probably been guided to one in particular.
I mean, one makes more sense than the other, given, I filled out all those 10 questions with, multiple paragraphs text. So, one makes more sense than the other, but it's, none of them have really filled out knowledge-wise, so... And really, this is what it is. It makes sense that you would roll on it, and I would get what I get.
Yeah.
Let's just go with that. Yeah, we'll just go with it.
Yeah. It's interesting. I've never seen that in use before, so it should be kind of fun.
Yeah. I mean, because nobody wants to be that.
Yeah, well, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, but you wind up there.
Starting the mutations all over again, are we?
No, literally not, actually. Although I am going to mark this down real quick.
Well, actually, yeah.
Do we want to, out of characters, take bets on Wolf being a witch?
I'll take that bet. How much we putting down? And for what side?
let's say 10 exposure bucks.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, well, I get paid in exposure all the time, so, I got plenty of exposure bucks. Alright. So, general consensus. Does anyone want to spend a third week doing anything, or are we all good?
You have another 100 XP to spend if you wish.
I'm
No,
feeling
I'm
pretty
good.
good myself.
How much
what
would
about
it cost to get that melee parry so I don't have the -20 on my shield?
Double XP. You have to put at least one. All you got to do is actually pay the money. You don't even have to, unless you want to start bumping it up.
Actually, I have a third endeavor I'd like to take.
it would cost double. So 100 XP would get you 5 advances in melee parry, plus money. You have to look at how much it costs.
Okay, what page would that be?
Oh, right here, training. In addition to the XP costs, you must also pay money to the tutor. Training for basic and all characteristics costs XP plus 1d10 brass pennies. Tutoring in advance costs double that amount. So you'd be spending 100 plus 1d10 pennies, with 12 pence being a shilling.
This would be a third week of things, correct, Ark?
So that's 104. Yeah, no, second week for Alberic. He did one week of income.
Well, no, he also did 1 week of the leg.
Oh, that's right. The leg.
Well, if we're doing a third week, then I'll do this. If nobody else wants to do a third week, then I can wait.
I technically have to have a third week for one last thing.
I don't think he needs to burn a whole week for his foot. He just commissioned somebody to build.
Okay, I just know he listed it in chat as a week.
Fair.
Yeah, commission. If you wish to own blah blah blah, if you're seeking item with exotic rarity, yes. The item is 12. It is considered an endeavor, but I don't think that should take a whole week. You basically go meet with somebody, they take measurements, and then they're going to go build it, right? Why would it take a week?
Because it's an exotic.
Okay, so spending 100 XP on 5 levels of melee parry cost me 4 pence.
That costs you 104 pence, which is what, 7 shillings?
Okay, 7 shillings is easier for me to
And another 8 pence. 7 shillings, 8 pence.
Okay.
But yeah, I have a endeavor / not endeavor. I need to find Garrett.
That's true. I mean, we technically haven't really left the boat at this
8 shillings, 8 pence.
Right, but I wouldn't even know if you're still in the city after 2 weeks.
I could just imagine you trailing through the alleyways. I wonder if they're even still here. You just walk right past where we were, and we just literally haven't moved in half a month.
Oh yeah, the old Inspector Clouseau.
You can, are you talking about how you're going to meet up again?
No, that's what I'm saying. If they're still in town, I'm going to spend the time to look for Garrett, because, to my understanding, he's the leader, even though everyone said there is no leader, and then listen to exactly what Garrett said. But I'm also going to be in Gaston persona and not Wolf persona.
Oh, him again? Okay.
Oh yeah, well, I mean...
I'm kidding.
Oh, the dead person, yes, of course.
Kidding.
Arrest that man!
So, and I think we're going to go ahead and call it tonight. Simply because Lady Tefaine's gone, and I want to do her endeavors before she leaves. She's got a ton of XP to spend.
That's perfectly
well, then the quick convo with Garrett would be that he would explain that he woke back up on the shore somewhere, flagged down a passing boat that was heading this way. And oh my god, you guys are here.
So here is a question for you, /Gaston. Do you want to be listed on the warrant? Otherwise, you don't get paid. But they take a description of you and write it in on the...
I'm sorry, what do you mean listed on the warrant?
As someone who will get paid for it.
Yeah, you're one of the bounty hunters.
Well, I mean, why would I be? They wouldn't have... They think I'm dead and they don't care about me, so why would they put my name on the warrant?
It would
You
basically
can-
be a prospect of us going, hey, this guy is coming with us, and he said he's going to help us get the warrant.
exactly.
Here's
So
my
we should
counter to
message-
that, Griffin.
But you're in a persona where you're not going to try doing that.
No, Griffin, here's my counter to that. Why would you list my name if you think I'm dead? Are you like
Exactly.
Are you like
I mean,
most crazy politicians that like puts in the voter count for a bunch of dead people from another?
No,
We're saying this because you're now here and then giving us the story that you're alive.
well, and it's not just
That
that.
would
Look,
be
okay, wait, stop. I'm playing things in character, right? So, are you saying we're gonna go back now, and because this guy's here, to the thing? I'm just saying I'm just showing up. If we're ending the session here, I'm trying to explain before I forget next time.
I'm sorry. I guess,
what my story
we tried
is.
rushing that along a little bit.
Yeah, no, because he said immediately when I said, okay, I'm going to try and find Garrett and reintegrate, and you said, okay, we're going to end the session. I'm just trying to put out there what my story was because I have it in my head now before we end so I don't forget next week.
All right.
No worries. But you realize it doesn't have to, it could be a fake name. It could be anything.
It doesn't matter to me because we haven't even said any of that in character. Look, we're doing some weird shit right now where we're jumping back and forth in time. I spent 50 minutes playing coy about falling off of a boat and then re-jumping up, and then I got upset when Ivo started metagaming on me. I'm just trying to play in character, okay?
Don't worry.
Y'all don't seem to be enjoying my little in-character dance, but...
Oh, no,
No.
we totally love it.
I've been
It's all
digging
good.
it.
It's all good.
Because I realized Gaston has a dagger, and he's not going to be any use in the fight. So it's like, I can't show off my magic skills, otherwise I'm the known criminal wolf. So...
Well, how I was going to end it is the Count with his bodyguard escorts comes to your boat with all your paperwork. And so that would be the time to amend it, modify it, or add names to it. So it's your call, and you can decide that next week. If you're going to be on the boat at the time that the boat leaves, then the Count can add your name, description, whatever name you want to give him, whatever. So that's, and what we'll do is we'll go ahead and bring it to a close then for tonight. We're ending a little early, and we'll pick it up next week, same time, same bat time, same bat channel. All right.
All right.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, sounds good. All right, guys. Until next week.
See you next time.
Peace.
Thank you guys for the engineering marvel.
Oh, yeah.
That's really handy. I didn't even know that was there in the rules. That's great. I love that because it gets pretty brutal. Pretty brutal system. You can get really hacked up and marked up. I didn't
All
even
we
know
have
that.
to do is hijack another boat every time we lose a limb, and it works out.
Exactly, and then you can pay for it. Okay, guys. I'll talk to you next week.
Take care.
See you
All
around.
right. Talk to you. Bye-bye.